Hello everybody, and a very warm greetings to you all from my seminar room here in Andex. I'm here because I wanted to make a short talk about a course that I'm going to be giving in September of 2018 on the island of Patmos. Okay, I've been leading tours to Patmos and conducting a seminar there built on the book of the Revelations, also known as the Apocalypse. Many people have fear about the Apocalypse because they think it talks about the end days. But in spiritual Christianity, we see it as more of the end days for egoism. Okay, and that's what I've been doing now for the last couple of years. I've been taking groups of people down there and spending a week on the island. And if you know something about the Book of Revelations, it's actually quite extraordinary, very cryptic, very symbolic. But it's built up on a series of sevens. As a matter of fact, it's built up on 7 times 7. There are 7 series with 7 core events. Okay, and Daskalos, who was my friend and teacher a while back, used to talk about how human consciousness is built up on 7 levels, often corresponding to the 7 chakras. And he said, surprisingly, one day that he found out that each one of these 7 levels is then divided into 7. That is to say that if you believe that or experience that basically a personality is composed of 49 planes. Mm-hmm. And that's what's extraordinary about the Book of Revelations, is that you can read it on an inner level and actually experience it as a deep healing process, transformation process, if you'd like. And that's what we do. We come together, and each day we talk a little bit, not too much, because the Book of Revelations is very difficult to understand and much more important to experience. But I do give a talk talking about what the day is going to be about. In other words, what are the seven events that happen each day. And then I lead the group into a meditation where we experience that with the help of the divine, with the help of John, with the help of Daskalos, with the help of the archangels and Christ and Sophia, and also with the help of the island. The island is incredible. I even have to warn you that if you go to Patmos once, part of you is going to stay there, even if you're physically back in Germany or in Denmark or someplace else. The island breathes peace and works with us. The island actually works with us the whole 7 days. So just very quickly, so the first day, there are 7 letters which are delivered to the 7 communities, which historically were in what we call now Turkey. But we actually invoke these letters or deliver these letters to the 7 chakras as a wake-up call, that the chakras are ready for transformation. And then the 7 seals on the next day are opened, and the 4 horses are released. And this is to say that the original energy stored within the chakras are then opened by the Lamb, which is the Christ. And then 7 trumpets are blown into the 7 chakras, and it's an extraordinary thing. I'm dead serious about this. This is from the groups that I've taken there. They said that it changed their lives in many ways. Their lives have been transformed permanently from the work that we do on Patmos and also by the island. Okay, and in any case, as we come towards the end of the week, then it gets very beautiful and very peaceful, because then the transformed earth, a new earth, is then united with a heavenly Jerusalem. The heavenly Jerusalem is described by John as a city without a temple, without a church, without a synagogue, without a mosque. That means a united heart, if you wish. And that comes together with the transformed earth. And then, as I said, I love the island. The island is somehow situated between earth and heaven, and much closer to heaven. There's only 3,000 residents on Patmos, and they primarily make their living from the tourist season, or the pilgrim season, which runs from May until the first week of October, and then everything basically closes down. And even one of my participants, Barbara, who took the course 3 times, she's now living on Patmos. She rented an apartment and she's now living there full time. And she just wrote me saying that the restaurants are largely closed, and even the monastery's closed, mostly except for Sunday, I guess, and even the cave where John received this vision is closed except for maybe Sundays. And she says it's fantastic. So, because she's on Patmos. Okay. One more interesting thing which astounded me, my first trip there, which was last year, was that in the monastery on top of in Hora, they have a number of skulls. And one skull that they have is from the Apostle Thomas, who wrote the Gospel of Thomas. Hardly anybody knows it's there. On my Facebook page, you'll see pictures of it. And here in the House of Lights, where I'm giving this presentation right now, we just this year made a film in German on the Gospel of Thomas. We actually enacted the Gospel of Thomas word for word. And Thomas is a very important gospel for our times, because it gives us a whole nother picture of who Jesus was and who Maria Magdalena was, and what this earth means. When you go to the monastery in Hora, the monastery of John, and you put your hand over the case where the skull of Thomas is, you come direct in contact with Thomas. So in any case, I will be in June on Patmos with a group of German-speaking people, and again in September, the middle of September. And there was a wish from some people in Denmark and some English-speaking people in general, whether I could hang on for another week after my German-speaking course is finished. And I reserved the hotel. So the hotel is reserved. If you want to take a look at the hotel, this is where I work, or we spend the time together. It's a fantastic hotel for our work. The people there have become my friends in the meantime. And I reserved the whole hotel, which is 13 units. Each one of these units is about 20 to 30 quadratmeters, with a sleeping room, a living room, and so often a kitchen. And everyone has a terrace, a patio, which looks out over the Aegean Sea. The people who work there are fantastic people. And we have an open seminar room where we work in the mornings. We also take a bus trip around the island on Tuesday, and then on Thursday we take a small boat ride, well, not a small boat ride, a boat ride to some of the islands there. Okay. So I have reserved the hotel for Monday, from Monday the 24th to Sunday the 30th of September 2018. It's a nice time to go to Patmos because it's still very warm, not hot, but warm. You can definitely enjoy the sea. and swim. We do take time off because the course is so intensive. We take time off during the day to have free time to either go to Hora. We walk a lot. We walk up to the monastery at least 3 times. We walk to the cave at least 3 times. Movement is very important because we need to physically and emotionally integrate what we're going through with invoking these 7 times 7 into the chakras. And then we often go and have a nice meal someplace not far. So that's what I'm going to be offering on the island of Patmos in September, the 24th to the 30th. And I've prepared a PDF file. This is a description in English of what we're going to do. You can Google the hotel, Nine Muses Hotel, and read about what it's like there. And then here's a description of each day, including what the Book of the Apocalypse is offering us each day. So, if you're interested in joining the trip, the price is here. It's 1,500 euros without the flight for the 7 days. But as I said, you get a hotel room and breakfast. Ausflüge, the day trips are included, and the seminars included. When we go eating in the evening or something, or eat at the hotel, they have good food. That's you have to cover that, okay? So you have to either, if you're interested and you want to join the group, you can look for flights to either Samos, the island of Samos, which is about 2 hours away with a ferry. Patmos has no airport, thank God. Or you fly. A lot of flights go to Kos, and that's about 3.5 hours away with a ferry. Rhodos is about 6 hours away with the ferry, or 4.5 maybe. And Athens is quite far with the ferry, maybe 8 hours. So wherever you are, you can look for flights. I know that if you're up in Denmark, where people are interested in joining this course, there are direct flights in the summertime, in September too, from Copenhagen to Samos. So you can take a look for those, and if you need any more information about the course and about the island, then feel free to contact me. Please just write me at contact@theosis.com. I also have a Facebook page in English and another one in German about Patmos, with videos that people have made about Patmos and also information about Patmos, and feel free to go there. You just have to go on Facebook and then type in Patmos Seminarreise or Patmos Travels and Tours, and you'll probably come to my page eventually. So, like I said, if you send me an email, contact@theosis.com. You can register for the course as well at theosis.com. I would be more than happy to send you this PDF file, and if you have any questions about logistics, about how to get there, or any questions about what we're going to do there in the course of the week, I would be glad to answer them. One more thing is that the island is so special that if you have time, when we're finished on Sunday the 30th, if you have a couple of days and you want to stay on the island for another week, or even 3 or 4 days, I can book the hotel for you. And it's nice to stay on the island afterwards, because then you also have a chance then to enjoy peace by yourself, integrate the course that will have just finished, and just get some sun and rest. Okay, so I'm going to put this now on YouTube, and then you can have a chance to take a look at this. And like I said, I'll be glad to send you this description as soon as you write me. Okay, take care and all the best. Bye-bye now.